Hello Madridistas, and thanks for joining us on today's interesting episode as we talk you through some very important updates at Real Madrid. Kickstarting on today's agenda, Carlo Ancelotti talks Vinicius Jr., Jude Bellingham, Rodrygo Brahim Diaz and Endrick Felipe ahead of Real Madrid versus Braga at the Santiago Bernabeu on Tuesday night. We are going to talk you through that on this episode, and shortly after that we are going to quickly turn our attention elsewhere as, according to Eduardo Camavinga's agent, the midfield prodigy is prepared to stay at Real Madrid for the rest of his career. We're also going to be talking you through that on this episode, so stay tuned right up to the end. Please do not forget to like and subscribe to this channel so you do not miss on our next update. Real Madrid will be aiming to return to winning ways after their draw against Rayo Vallecano when they faced off against Braga on Wednesday in the UEFA Champions League. A victory at the Santiago Bernabeu should seal Real Madrid's place in the knockout stages of the competition, and that is what Carlo Ancelotti and co will be gunning for, especially with questions being asked of their performances after the weekend's draw. On the eve of the game, manager Carlo Ancelotti spoke to the media, providing an update on injury of Jude Bellingham while also discussing several other topics. Talking about the game and its importance, the Real Madrid boss said, it is an important game for the qualification. We all have to fight. We know them well. They will come here to take points. I prefer to win. If I win, I am good. If I draw, I am bad. 90% of the time, if you play well, you win. But wins are the only way to judge the players, he added. Real Madrid head into the game with question marks over the availability of star man Bellingham, who suffered from a dislocated shoulder last weekend. On the Englishman's condition, Carlo Ancelotti said, "We will evaluate Bellingham if he can play. He hasn't done the full training session." The chat then drifted to Vinicius Jr. and the recent criticism of his attitude, with Barcelona legend Carlos Puyol urging the Brazilian to improve his behavior. If Puyol wants to talk to Vinicius, let him talk. It could be that he needs to improve his attitude at times. We are delighted with him and everything he does on the pitch because he has improved a lot compared to the last few years, Ancelotti said on the matter. Talking about the team's lack of goals, the Real Madrid boss said, "The less you concede, the more chances you have winning. Since I have been here, we have scored an average of 2 goals per game. The team has improved a lot defensively. That's why we don't have to score a lot of goals." Discussing Rodrygo's poor return in front of goal, in particular, Ancelotti added, "We have to be patient with the goal. Rodrygo has the most shots on goal in La Liga. He moves well, but sometimes it doesn't go in. All strikers go through those moments." Addressing his future, which remains uncertain owing to his expiring contract, he said, "I feel very loved by the fans, by the Bernabeu and by the club, who show me their affection. I am very comfortable here." Discussing the high level of competition in the Champions League and the potential challenges for the trophy, Ancelotti stated, "There are no big surprises in the Champions League. The level of the top teams is very high. Bayern Munich, Man City, and the Spanish teams are going to have more presence. Ancelotti has faced the ire of some fans due to his utilization of Brahim Diaz, as the Spanish playmaker has hardly played since returning from his loan spell at AC Milan. The Real Madrid boss, though, insisted that Brahim's chances will come, saying, "Brahim hasn't had many minutes. I know he can contribute, but there is a lot of competition. He is serious. I like him and he is going to have his role. I don't pass judgment on anyone. I am not a judge. Sometimes I hear that players are sentenced and I never do that. I have something special with him because he played for AC Milan." Ancelotti also commented on future Real Madrid star Endrick surprise first call-up for the Brazilian national team setup, as he said, "Endrick is doing very well, and for him, it's a prize to go with Brazil." Discussing on Real Madrid transfer plans for the future, Ancelotti rolled out any activity in January window, saying, "I don't think we will do anything in winter. In the second part of the season, the injured players will return. I don't know when, but before the end of the season. We are not going to do anything in the winter. In the summer, hopefully," he said, as quoted by Mundo Deportivo.